Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, the 18th day, the 18th day of February, and the 6th day of Adar. I want to tell you about what's coming up this Shabbos. It's going to be Parshas Zachor, and that means that we will read a special Torah reading. That's about how we have to erase the memory of Amalek, who came to attack us when we left Mitzrayim, and they stand pretty much as the antithesis of us, and we are in a constant war with the existence of the nation of Amalek. I want to take you to the Shulchan Aruch and show you something very important. Yesh omrim she Parshas Zachor u Parshas Para Aduma. There are those who say that the Parshas Zachor and Parshas Para, which is coming later, chayavim lekaram midoraisa. You have to hear them read, and that's a Torah obligation. Lefikach, b'nei hayishuvim she'ein lahem minyan. If you live far away where there's no minyan, tzrichim lavo lemakom sheyesh minyan b'shabbasos halolo. You have to get yourself to shul on these Shabboses kedei lishmoa parshios elu shehem midoraisa, because they're from the Torah. Now, okay, so Parshas Zachor is min HaTorah. Not everyone says that Parshas Para is min HaTorah, a Torah obligation, but I want to talk to you about this because there are a bunch of bar mitzvahs this Shabbos here in our city, in Baltimore, and maybe in many cities, and a lot of bar mitzvah boys who read the Torah are not going to read Parshas Zachor, and that's really interesting. And if you want to know the halachic reason for that, here it is. Because it's a Torah obligation, having a 13-year-old boy read the Parshas Zachor could be a problem. Now, you might wonder when you hear me say that, well, why? I thought when a boy turns 13, he's a man, and a man is obligated in all mitzvos, and so the 13-year-old boy, the bar mitzvah boy, should be able to read Parshas Zachor also. I was a bar mitzvah boy on Parshas Zachor. They actually let me read Parshas Zachor at my bar mitzvah, but not everybody rules that way. Many people rule that a bar mitzvah boy should not, and I'll tell you why real quickly before my time runs out. You see, when a bar mitzvah boy reaches 13, we're not really certain that he has reached manhood. We rely on an assumption that Rava teaches us in the Gemara, which is that most 13-year-old boys have reached physically the state of manhood, but we can't be certain that all boys did. We just assume that, but we assume it for all rabbinic commands. Okay, therein lies the answer. So when it comes to being the chazan, which is a rabbinic command that you have to have a man do that, so sure, we let a bar mitzvah boy do it. When it comes time to read the Torah, it's a rabbinic command that should be someone who's a man. So we rely on that assumption, and we have a 13-year-old boy do it. But we're still not certain. So for biblical things, like Parshas Zachor, we will not have a 13-year-old boy read Parshas Zachor. Someone paskined otherwise at my bar mitzvah, and they let me read it. But most bar mitzvah boys, following most of what most poskim say halachically, not all, will not read the Torah portion for Parshas Zachor because it's a biblical command. Similarly, a bar mitzvah boy probably shouldn't blow the shofar for a shul, which is a biblical command. A bar mitzvah boy probably should not yet write tefillin. But most other mitzvahs, we will rely on rabbinic things for a boy to do that. So when on earth could you be certain that this young man is a man? When he's 14? When he's 15? So there's a Magen Avraham that says for biblical commands, you should wait until a boy is 18 before he does biblical commands for everybody. You should consult your rabbi on this matter. Not everybody waits till 18 till a young man does biblical commands to fulfill it for other people, but definitely speak to your rabbi about this. And that's why if you go to a bar mitzvah this Shabbos, the bar mitzvah boy might not read Parshas Zachor, but you should be sure to get yourself to shul for Parshas Zachor. It is a biblical command to hear it. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. If it's snowing where you are, please be careful in the snow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.